Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Bring It On. Went ahead and pre-buffed off camera since we have some more exploring to do, and I'm sure there's going to be more fights. And I'd like to avoid the same situation we found ourselves in the last episode, where I had to buff up on camera, waste a bunch of time, and still get my butt handed to me. Trying to make the butt handing a little bit more efficient. Alright, so that's the portal down. I think we've already explored over here, right? Yeah, this is where he climbed up at initially. Let's go and take this portal down and see what's down here.
Can't hide from me. Are we in trouble yet?
That's right, he's not the one for this. Woljiv. I think this is the location for Woljiv's quest, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Alright, we'll come back to this. My goal this episode is try and finish exploring the Upper City, and then we'll start knocking out the interior quests. That's where he came from. The Lady in Shadow does not hesitate to remind her subjects, who truly reigns over the Midnight Isles. A pretty cool statue. Alright, let's quick save before we do this.
A success worthy of praise.
The purple fog, just like the moon in the night sky, is a product of the will of the Lady in Shadow. You could give her realm any appearance, as she has chosen this one. Alright, so this looks like a fight to me.
My tail is restless.
It's gonna do this. Quick save, and then talk to Noble Loather of Mortals. Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get along great. An articulate is too lenient with Alushinyrra's guests, but I'll teach you the meaning of obedience. Okay. Well, I'm gonna kill your marksman. Sela is gonna Mark of Justice you. Social, do that for me. Nenio, let's get haste out. And Woljiv, what to do with you?
Let's try this one. This will hurt. A calculated risk. This should do it.
Alright, we already don't need this up, so let's get rid of that.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I had to try to one-shot this guy. There we go. Oh, he's in the way. So like some of these guys may have been feared. I'm wondering if it was
Cover me, all right?
Ivu. Ivu has Frightful Presence, which is a fear aura. But we also have Frightful Aspect on Social. it's more likely what's happening here, because I've just had Frightful Presence for a while and it has not triggered as far as I've seen. The crystal flickers rhythmically like a heartbeat. If you look at it long enough, you start to feel like you're seeing the pulse of Alushinyrra itself. House of Wicked Knowledge. That sounds like a place that Willidus will be. Is that where we need to go for? Yeah, so we'll come back there with Greybore. I would assume this puzzle works just like the last one.
Time's not waiting.
Frame rate is dropping significantly right here. Oh, okay, looks like the bridge only works one way.
Who, me? Something wrong?
I did swap some of my equipment around as well, off camera. I'd forgotten to give Sela the Scarlet Allure. Then I gave him her hand-me-down. So he does lose 1 to his saving throws, but he gets immunity to fire, which I think is more valuable. And then there was something else. I gave him the silver robe. I thought there was another significant change that I made. But I don't recall. Oh man. Frame rate drop here is screwing me on this puzzle. I clicked twice, I only need to click once.
I'm here.
Oh
Where
god.
else would I be?
Oh shoot.
Don't mind me.
Meditate on your mistakes. Might make you feel
Rely
better.
on me.
I saved land for
Taylor's
last so I can
restless.
have him check for traps. Assuming there's a chest at the end of this. There might not be.
I'm always open to ideas.
Ask nicely. Who, me?
I'm all ears.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Faith Bearer. Whenever the word of this +4 Holy Scimitar confirms a critical hit, to make a Lore Religion check DC 40. When a success, all allies in a 15-foot area are healed for the amount of hit points equal to the number of ranks the wielder has in Lore Religion. That is really good. Especially on a Scimitar that already has an 18 to 20 crit range. That is really good. I mean, maybe not at this point of the game. Who am I kidding? That's just good. Be good for a paladin. It'd be good for a cleric. Could be good for an oracle. Someone you're gonna have in melee range with a scimitar and shield. Didn't this have a? We're seeing loot on the. Where am I even at?
Know what to do.
On this thing.
Ready for anything?
Oh no, it's probably the chest that we just got that I was seeing. Because it was floating up above the bridge.
Follow my lead.
Another portal up. Vampire Packmaster.
Yet another obstacle.
Here comes the fodder. Go and feast. Then clean up after yourselves so the guards don't find the bones. Or you guys could just
Stab
die.
you or zap you? Why not both?
Let's get a haste out. And I guess that's it. Oh, okay, so one of these fights.
Let's try this way.
Main character should be able to handle all these ranged guys. Everyone else take care of these guys. Let's go ahead and drop protection from evil.
This will hurt.
Alright, then we'll pop a slow.
Die already!
You won't survive me. Did you see that?
Is that Woljif putting in all that damage? Yeah, Woljif is doing pretty good here.
Endure this.
This spell doesn't work like that.
Make every strike count.
Coyote is useless because Finian is useless against these guys.
You are beyond redemption.
Distract them from me!
You're irrelevant.
I really hate relying on Finian. I was hoping to find a spear, at least in the flesh markets. Defiler, the cool looking mace. And a heavy mace. This +4 unholy heavy mace increases the amount of damage channel negative energy does to living creatures, or heals undead creatures by 2 to 6. Pretty good. And it looks super cool. Got like the old person effect on it.
Time to share your treasures!
Can't hide from me.
This is my kind of work.
my aid.
As it should be.
So there was a portal back here. Let's go up here. I think that's everything down here. There's a couple loots back this way. There's one right there. And there should be... Oh, I don't actually know where the other one's at. Let's go back and grab that first. Alright, we're not gonna do that yet. Let's do the portal first.
That is not far.
Religion DC 40. Pretty high difficulty check.
I'm rather proud of this one.
The symbols inscribed on the wall belong to the language of the Titans, the first creations of the gods, and themselves the creators of the sinister Demodans. Another one of these caches, I still can't do anything with it.
This is my kind of work.
I'll go ahead.
Oh, there's another loot thing up here. Oh, maybe in the cache right there. So I think those count as loot. Alright, let's see what this does. Into the Mage's Tower. Alright, that's main quest stuff. I don't want to do that yet. Sometimes I go to the lower city just to blow off some steam. After you kill a dozen or two of those pathetic creatures, all your anger goes away for a while. You know what? It is important to have a hobby. I'll give him that. I assume this leads to Nauticula's Palace, which I assume we can't enter yet. Or I could be wrong. Lone Wolf's Cloak. Whenever the wearer of this cloak has no enemies or allies around in a 10-foot area, they get a +3 bonus to damage rolls on their range attacks, and a +2 bonus on all saving throws. Definitely worth it if I remember to move him back away from his allies. Yeah, no, we'll keep him like that.
I know the way.
Let me quick save. I don't want to go too far. We'll knock out all these side quests before I meet Nauticula. Yeah, it is letting me go all the way. I'm assuming the gate itself will be locked off. Yeah, something tells me the Baylors aren't going to let me through.
Follow my lead.
Some mercenaries we can talk to. Bad times are upon us. Unsynnyra, Baphomet's whore, struts around acting like she owns everything. Everyone bows before her. Who is she anyway? Where did she get so much power? From her father.
As it should be.
I assume being the spawn of a demon lord has its perks. A mighty demon, His chin lifted arrogantly, glances at you with no hint of interest. What is this place you're guarding? After considering whether you're worthy of his attention, the demon deigns to answer. This palace is Lady Nocticula's residence, mortal. Uninvited guests are not welcome. I want to go in. You've not been invited. Make yourself scarce, or I'll do it for you. Now let me in, unless you want to share the same fate as your brothers and sisters on Golarion. The demon yawns lazily, then says in a mocking tone, Golarion, where's that? I'm leaving. The demon ignores you with magnificent indifference, and continues staring into space. Alright, well let's go to the abandoned mansion, take care of Voljev's quest. I don't think we need him anymore for exploration. Maybe for the Mage's Tower, we'll see. But I'd like to have Alushinyrra instead for that. You're the mortal who's the talk of the town. You're going to join the Alushinyrra nobility, are you? Sure? I'll not tolerate material plane filth, disgracing us with its presence. I didn't bring you any
Our
gifts.
victory is certain.
Everybody else keep moving forward. Main character, run away. You're by yourself.
Cover me, all right?
Alright, Mark of Justice. Let's get a haste out. Main character's going to come back around here and take care of the Tyrant's minion.
A calculated risk.
Don't like the exhausted condition on everybody right off the bat. And because we're all exhausted, I'm going to pop this. That make things a little easier for us. Oh, he didn't last long at all.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
This should do it.
Alright, where's my slow at?
Let's try this way. This will hurt.
Alright, then we take out... Do the minion first. Then focus on the Defiler. Those guys can be trouble.
Tactical retreat. No.
Oh, Voljev. Calm down, buddy. How long are you going to be under that effect?
My will is resolute.
Alright, let's loot. It's a longsword +1, really? Okay. We also got some new bracers. Where are they at? Bracers of Eldritch Scholar. These heavy armored bracers surround the wearer with an invisible but tangible field of force. Haven't we seen these already? These +6 bracers of armor grant a +5 competence bonus on knowledge, arcana, and use magic device skill checks. I could not read that for whatever reason. Ooh, that was tough. Yeah, she has these equipped, so they're not unique. But they could be good for our friend. We'll just a little better.
The world has suffered enough.
I'm a little nervous about going into the abandoned mansion in our current state. Most of our buffs are still up, but we are not... I mean, we're all exhausted. Which I think is reason enough not to go into the abandoned mansion. Sadly, we don't have a coin for this location yet. But it is a shortcut back to the Nexus, so let's do that. I was hoping to avoid buffing up during this episode, but we're going to have to before we go into that mansion. The way these fights have been going. Here's an interesting fact. Dissolve a body in acid cheaply, without the use of magic. You simply need to. Go slower, please. Looks like my turn to start making note of interesting facts. It's my turn. Got a word there. Oh, also off camera, I sold a lot of my loot to Woljip specifically.
As it should be.
All the +1 cloaks of resistance and +1 rings of protection. I scroll down and take a look at everything that I sold. Yeah, all this stuff. So inventory is starting to get a little clogged. Well, good news is I think I've mapped out the entire city, excluding interior locations. Bad news is I didn't find where to use that darn rune at that I found.
That is not far.
I wonder, I think there's a check or two that I failed in the lower city. And I'm hoping one of those wasn't one of those caches. You don't get to redo a religion or any lore or knowledge checks. First, I was a little silly, because usually the little inspect node is still there even if you fail to check, so you should be able to go back and retry.
I'll go with that.
The caches don't retain the node because they become a cache instead. Little loot indicator. Where do I need to go? Oh, over here. Alright, so the rest of this episode will be buffing, and then we'll enter the abandoned mansion in the next one. Be a little upset if I go in here and there's no fighting involved.
No reason to pause.
But I think it's unlikely that's going to be the case. So, better safe than sorry.
Search for the beauty.
Adayana. 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 Adayana.
Really looking forward to getting the greater enduring spells. Then I won't have to buff up nearly as often, because all the buffs will last for 24 hours. I just have to worry about healing between encounters.
The goddess protects us.
Gonna use that as well.
A bright future awaits
Hitting
us.
quests, I think,
Guess what?
warrant the use of Stone Scene Communal and True Scene Communal. And I only need one cast of enlarged personnel since Ocio has Frightful Aspect. Alright, I'm going to call the episode here, and the next one we'll enter the Abandoned Mansion and deal with Woljif's quest, and then we'll focus on doing Greyboar's quest. And then we need to find... I think this is where the Succubi are at for the Arena quest. No, this is where they're at. Don't know what this is for yet. Yeah, Woljif's, Greyboars, and then we'll do the Succubi quest with the Rushalai. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.